I'm so hot, my entire face is actually warm. Probably should have opened a window before doing this video. But I'm so excited to have you guys join me today. I'm just gonna do quite a simple makeup tutorial before I go out for New Year's Eve tonight. Turns out we're here because we didn't go away, and that basically everything cool was sold out. I am just going to start by putting on the Herbalife Line Minimizing Serum. What you're going to want to have done is wash your face. If you've had a shower or something, I like to brush my teeth before I do my makeup, and even if I'm going to be drinking and eating still afterwards, I'm just going to put about 3 pumps of this because my mom focused a lot on anti-wrinkle, anti-aging, skin rejuvenating type products. I tend to use a lot of those because I know that they are not only for, a lot of people are like under the impression that you should only use those ones who are already older or have the wrinkles, but the truth is that, you know, you're constantly aging, always getting older. You want to keep your skin nice and moisturized. I'm actually going to I'm not going to leave this behind, I'm going to use this. The Garnier Day Lift, Ultra Lift Day Cream. I like the smell of this cream firstly. I feel like it's quite a good layer of moisture which I'll need for the night. It's pretty dry and cold out there in the big old city of London. That is where I live. Putting a nice layer of this on, you want to make sure your hands are nice and clean before doing this, because you don't want to put any dirt on your skin. There we are, that's nice and fresh with a little stroke down the chest here. I'm just placing this green color corrector slash primer, which is quite dirty. Fine and Prime anti-red base from Catrice. This one is actually from Cape Town in South Africa. I'm not exactly where you get Catrice products in the UK, but I'll link everything that I can for you guys below. I mostly tend to focus this on the top of my nose, my cheek areas, I guess anywhere I've got blemishes or bad skin, and then around my chin area, especially just under the lip here. And also I find that this works quite nicely as a primer because this is one of my first tutorials. I thought I'd do something nice and simple because I know that, I mean, a lot of us, even myself, I'm no professional makeup artist, I've never studied makeup, I just do it as a hobby. I love it. I feel like it's my way of doing like art, and I especially love doing it for other people because you often get to see people that don't usually do their makeup, who aren't used to it or might just simply not do it the way that you do. How like if you can make someone look beautiful, you can often make them feel beautiful. So I want to do something fairly simple, not to do any like crazy contouring, and I'm going to do it quite affordable because a lot of the products I use are affordable because I pay for everything myself, you know. This is the Long Way Mineralized Foundation from PS Pro. I'm such a messy being. I'm just going to pop this onto my face using the small part of this foundation brush. It is from Primark. You'll see a lot of my brushes from Primark. I bet you gotta focus as well as speak. I'm putting a little bit of this here initially. I'm not entirely sure why I'm doing my foundation first today, as New Year's you could get like a fairly smoky look, and then you might get a lot of eyeshadow falling all over. I'm showing like a palm tree here, don't mind me. You'll see, yes, that was what I wanted. You'll actually see that this is a very light shade. It's just because without actually doing any contouring, I am just using 2 different shades. This is in the Porcelain shade, and I bought it specifically like that, as I'm going to use another foundation which is actually quite dark. So that's almost like my version of contouring just for this. It's like an easy trick. Let's call it that trick. Then on top of that, I am just going to pop the NYX HD Studio Foundation. It's in the shade Natural, which is 103. I love NYX products. I find them very reliable. I'd say NYX are my favorite. Quite fussy. I like Kiko products, not all of them though. Just pop this on my hand. My hands are very clean. What I'm gonna do is put this along my jawline and a little bit further up than that, so actually in like a little rectangular block. I like NYX products. I do like MAC. I don't know. They're quite expensive for what a lot of them are. I found like you can get a lot of good dupes, a lot of them from Kiko, and I get a lot of my products from NYX. Recently I've been absolutely loving Sleek Eyeshadow. I recently bought one of their palettes. I actually think I'm going to use it. I've put this along the sides of my nose, not very neatly, a slight little amount here, around the top parts of my face here. Well, not doing this very well, am I? Clearly I'm not professional. Put this on my cheekbones, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit underneath my chin and a bit down, and I'll blend that out just now. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I actually put on fake tan for tonight, but I am going to bronze my arms because I'm wearing an open top. I'm going to take my Primark Beauty Blender. I made this slightly damp earlier, which is, I guess that's up to your personal preference. I'm actually just dabbing the lighter shade kind of up towards my jawline so that it creates that contour effect that you would get from actually contouring without contouring. Now, blending wildly. I feel like I'm actually hurting myself. I am recording in my room. This room that I'm staying in London at the moment is fairly small, but we recently found out Mike is going to be moving to London, which I'm so excited about. I'm the most excited girl in the world. Been recently looking for a place to stay. Actually saw somewhere today that we quite liked. It had a really big room that would be like amazing for recording and just a work desk and clothes space that we both need. Just gonna dab that down slightly. I haven't put that all along my eyes because I'm going to put on an eye primer. Oh, fireworks have started! Woohoo! Okay, next I'm gonna go in with my Kiko eye primer. This is the neutral one. They have a shimmer one as well, eye base, like a shiny one. A shiny. That's a tongue twister. Forget I ever started that. Shiny sheen eye primer. Finished it. So I'm going to take about 2 little squeezes of that. You really don't need a lot. Seriously, people, you don't need a lot of this on your eyes. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to dab that along my eye, popping that on just with my finger, and then I'm going to go fairly up because I'm going to do a smoky shadow. I think the kind of shadow that I'm going to go with is like a goldy, sparkly, bluey purple black. I'm just going to use Infallible pressed powder. I'm just going to dust this underneath my eyes. Sometimes I put a little bit more than I need, just because I find I can dust it a little bit off after I've done my shadow, and it hasn't actually really stuck to my foundation that much. I don't know if I'm going to start with it. Oh, damn. You know what, I actually do think I'm going to start with this because I think that will be a fairly good blending colour. Kiko High Pigment number 43. You know what really disturbs me about the Kiko eyeshadows? They don't have individual names. Serious note, eyeshadows deserve names. You need to know what they're called. You need to be able to identify the shadow. I'm just going to go in with, this is actually a fake MAC brush. I will not be able to link this. I'm just kind of pressing it onto my eye. Upper lid, just kind of smoldering it out toward the side. And I'm going to use this as a transition colour for the bottom. I'm actually going to put a lighter shade over it. Oh, sometimes I want to blow the eyeshadow and I realise that you shouldn't waste it. Look up. Dust. Feel there's dust in front of my whole eye. Sahara Desert. It's a light dusting. And what I think that I'm going to use... Damn, Daniel! I bought the stippling brush to use the stippling brush today, and here she sits. This is just from PS Pro. I just snipped in quickly today. I got my outfit there as well. I bought about 10 outfits that I hate, so yay for refunds. And an angled powder brush. I just got fucking denied access to my camera by my camera. It just froze, and I turned it off and it stayed frozen, and I turned it back on and it stayed frozen. I took the battery out and it still worked, and it kept the video. I was just like, what? But I'm gonna have to return the camera because this is fairly new. This is a Nikon D5-300, which I'm recording with. D50-300. What's it lingo? In case any of you are wondering, something's bothering me. My hairline, I have these little baby furs. I'm blessed with them. Bless the Italian gods of hair. I was up here and I was blending. Previously I used this Essence blending brush. Now I'm literally using this PS eyeshadow blending brush. It has nothing on it. I'm just going to use it to further blend out the MAC eyeshadow that I put on here. That's my eyeshadow blending sound. No, for real though, for reals now. I just wanted to blend it a little bit out, and the sh was like the flick, the sh. Well, that sh was like the much. A little smudge. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with Kiko eyeshadow number 60. You'll refocus, yeah boy. Eyeshadow 64, and I'm going to take that same new look pink brush. With eye-gasm movements. Patting it on. Patting that badass shadow. Can never have too much. It's gone quite purple look now, but I thought that this could actually go quite nicely with the jacket that I bought on sale. Might I let you know, from Primark, just randomly on the way to the tour, which is where I seem to get tricked a lot listening to myself. Jacket inspired eyes. I should call it that. Okay, I'm just going to take that same blending brush from Primark that had nothing on. Very lightly press it on and smear or wipe. No. Gently blend. Yeah, I didn't put that colour over the whole top of my lid. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the same brush that I had earlier, which I lost, the Unknown 313. So I'm taking my sleek eyeshadow palette in Oh So Special 658, and what you can see is that I've got favourite colours. I'm about to use the most used one of all time. It's like a tan. This is my favourite blending colour. Pat that into the centre and up and out. I'm going to bring this a little bit like over the eye where maybe I would have wanted a lighter shade, but the purple it creamed in. I'm going to take the same trusty thing. I'm going to take this Kiko colour again. I'm dipping the top of the brush rather. And I'm just taking this along the lower lash. And I'm not wildly putting it quite far down. I'm trying to like focus it on the actual lash line. This being because I have quite dark features as it is. I don't want the look to be too crazy. What I'm grabbing now in that same eyeshadow palette from earlier, the Estee Lauder one, take the same little baby brush, dust it off. Pretty much just got a little bit of like the orangey tan color on, which is good. I'm gonna look up and put my finger right in there. Apparently I love this palette more than I knew. I'm gonna use the black shade. This is black, guys. This is black as the night. It's dark already. Along the bottom, what I've done is I've slightly gone up like this along the line that I know that I like to put my eyeliner on, and I'm going to blend up again from there with my shadow. I'm going to take the same brush that I had. I'm actually just going to dab a little bit of black. I'm not going to be generous with it, I'm going to be sparing. Dab that along the very bottom. Then I'm actually going to take the blending brush that had the purple shadow on, because we're in the purple area, not too far up. That sounded like so instructive. Keep it kind of on the lid. I could have used a smaller brush, but I did want it to blend up slightly. I feel like a lot of the time there's brow tutorials which can be quite complicated. Not that they're very hard to do, but that they contain a lot of products for people that don't do makeup regularly. A lot of them are quite expensive, even though you can get cheap alternatives. I'm just going to take my spoolie and I'm going to brush in the direction of my brows. So mine tend to go a little bit up here. they tend to do that by themselves. When they want to up, they go, sometimes I like to actually brush them up so you can see where their line is and then guide them back down. So a little bit of hairs might seem a little bit out, but then when you put your actual brow product into the eyebrows, it goes to that point if you make it go to that point. So what I'm actually going to do, just to demonstrate for you guys, in this iDivine Sleek Makeup Eyeshadow Palette, I'm going to go in with this darker shade. This is from Primark. I swear it's like £1. And I'm lightly just drawing in the ends of my brows. Now guys, this doesn't work for everyone, but what I'm going to do is a shadow only brow look. So maybe people feel like they can try it out. Just going towards the top, but I'm only going along the ends. Making this slightly thicker. I mean, it depends on your preference really. Slightly thickening the ends. And what my brows tend to do is they have like a little gap above here where it almost looks like it goes skinny and then thicker. I don't do them like that on purpose. Let me reassure you. So I'm actually just using that same brown color, and then what I'm doing is lightly bringing it, okay, not that lightly, bringing it along the bottom and slightly up. Now my eyebrows are, well, they've been dark like this since I was like fresh out the womb. These puppies can take a lot of brown shadow. Just doing the same thing to the other side, bring it slightly up and around there. Maybe a little bit too much, you know, just dusting it off before it's ingrained there forever. You can see that's quite the slight colour is. Just even these out, going in towards the tip, dark line along the bottom. Whoa, that's not the tip, this is the tip. I'm going to take my Sleek eyeshadow palette, dip it in the lighter brown shade. What I like to do is square it to the shape of my brow and glide. Square it and glide along the top and glide. This is a slightly lighter shade because that looks a little bit more natural. I mean, this all depends on personal preference. I actually have an annoying hair here. You cut it shorter, it becomes more prominent, you pluck it out, your eyebrow is bald. It's a very infuriating brow. Here, just doing the same thing along here. What I've got here is this little baby. This comes from Primark, I think. It's really handy. I originally bought it because I was in a rush, and it has this pull-out pen. I'm actually taking such a small amount and putting it onto this brush, and the reason why I'm doing that is I'm actually creating a line that I'm going to put my other eyeliner on top of, but I'm going to use an eyeliner pen which is very dark. If you make a mistake, it's a lot easier to fix, so I tend to use this as a guideline. When I apply that, I think I just dropped this. Guys, this brush is more flat and then thicker, so I turn it to the flat side when I go to the corner of the eye. Eyeshadow pot from MAC, dipping my finger in just in the corner. This is actually fairly old. Well, I need a new one. I know this is really wrecking my eyeliner, but I really wanted this. This is the Catrice 080 and Please Gold the line. I'm gonna get a whole lot of this. Just, there's even dust. I don't know if you can see that. There's dust flying off. It sparkles in the air. I'm pressing that onto the eye, pulling it out a little, because it's not really that thick, so it can go slightly over the purple and black without actually overtaking those colors. You know, looking at it, this eye is slightly darker. Oh well. Get back the Kiko High Pigment in the shade 64. Taking this guy again, dip him in, and wow, wee wow. I don't know where I got that from, but I got it for it. And I'm actually just gonna guide this gently along here, not too far out because you blended that very nicely. I'm gonna blend it out again, just dusting off this little blending brush. I feel like I've used it a few times. Just that's it. Just that. I don't want it to go too further out. Then taking this trusty liner pen, I'm just going to apply this along the top of the eye and on top of the previous eyeliner that I put on. Whoa. Much craziness. Yo, I cut that out. Got here is Kiko glitter liner. I'm just putting this along the bottom lash line. I'm not taking that too far down, and I'm also going to put these along the top. You don't want to do this too hard because this is an eyeliner pen, but I just feel like having these across the top. They stay nicely because they have a glue-y substance in them. What I'm just going to do is put a little bit more black in the corner. Oh, I think I might have just broken my toe. This is fairly new. Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme Mascara. Okay. Put in, I might go with the second layer of this. Got my PS blush brush, and I'm going to put this into my powder blush M11 from MAC. Just dipping this in quite lightly. It's fairly pink. Little circles on the apples of my cheek, going slightly up towards where I'm going to put the bronzer. I've got this polished fan brush. I actually got this one at TK Maxx, and I'm going to use this, and I've dipped it into this Revolution Vivid Baked Highlight. That's lovely. Then on the sides here, brushing that top of the nose, top of the mouth. This is a fairly big fan brush. It's actually not ideal for the nose because I like to separate it, but I like it for the cheeks because I feel when it's too small, it gets too clumped instead of being spread out. What I'm going to do is I'm taking the brush I showed you earlier. I'm taking my absolute favorite NYX bronzer, and I'm finding my jaw line along the sides of the nose, and I'm just going to put it along the tops of my head here, kind of like where you would expect the shadow to fall. What I'm actually then going to do is I'm going to take this Kabuki brush, I can't remember where it's from, not put any products on him, and go wild and just blend up and at him. The headband's leaving the building. Then what I'm going to do for you is I'm just going to grab this MAC eyeliner pencil. This is in the Spiced shade, which is one of my favorites. I've got my NYX Lingerie lip in number 9. This is the finished look. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I've got my outfit on now. The sparkly red towel. My hair, I just briefly straightened it and I haven't done anything else to it because I'm still going to do a little touch up before we leave. We're not leaving yet. Please leave your comments below. I know this video wasn't perfect, but I'll definitely improve. It's one of my first ones, but I love doing makeup and so I thought that I would share it. Let me know what you liked and what you didn't like about the tutorial, and thank you so much for watching. Give me a subscribe if you would want to see anything else similar to this, and let me know what else you would want to see. Thanks for watching. Bye!